If there's something that I have learned recently, it is to never, and I repeat, never listen to ATEEZ at work or at school. Okay. I may or may not have been at work and I was listening to Adrenaline and I didn't realize my boss and my coworker were trying to get my attention. They were calling me. And when I looked at my boss and my boss looked at me, yeah. And mind you, I keep my volume at the lowest setting. But the thing with ATEEZ is if you listen to their music, you get so immersed in it. I mean, that's the thing with ATEEZ. Ever since, listen, I've been following ATEEZ since Hala, okay? That is still to this day one of my favorite performance videos ever. But anyway, every time I listen to ATEEZ, I am just so immersed in their music. I listen to their vocals, their rap, the beat, the music, and then I think about the choreography, and I am just so, I feel like with ATEEZ, there's only two sides of it. Either one, I am so locked in at work, like I am focused, I'm getting my work done, I'm like nonstop, right? Or two, I just want to run away and rule the world or start a rebellion. I get those two vibes from ATEEZ. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that, but that's generally the feeling that I have when I listen to their music. And of course, I also use their music to run. It's a perfect song to run to. But anyway, so ATEEZ recently had their comeback and their title track is called Adrenaline and their album is Golden Hour Part 4. So this is a mini album. And if I have to describe this comeback in one word, it would be power. Just power from the song to the choreography. So for this comeback, Yunho mentioned that Golden Hour Part 4, the album, it's about their will to move forward even when they feel shaken from the endless fights within. And this album goes back to their beginning and core. Now, ATEEZ, they did celebrate their 7th anniversary. That is insane. So during their comeback live, Hongjoong said, so I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but basically he said that a lot of people expected them to come back as pirates, but this time they're not just any pirates, they are space pirates. Now, if you have been following ATEEZ and their lore, they are pirates, kind of. They are pirates, that's kind of like their theme, and Hongjoong is the pirate captain, and I mean, their debut. Hello, Pirate King. And with ATEEZ and their lore, it's very interesting and it's something that you really have to like get into and invest time in order to fully understand like all the details and storylines and things like that. But it is very cool. I highly recommend it. And if you guys know this about me, I love a good concept, okay? I love a good lore and I love a storyline. So the first song on their album is called Ghost, and I feel like this song is very different from the other tracks that they released because Ghost is kind of dark and it follows a similar theme to their previous comeback for Golden Hour Part 3, specifically In Your Fantasy. Ghost is a bridge from the previous album to this album. And I like that the album starts with that song. It's kind of creepy. Their vocals are so good and it's just seductive. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but I really enjoy Ghost. And the next song on the album is Adrenaline, and the song is basically about ATEEZ and how they are just gonna keep going, keep fighting forward. Again, one word to describe it is power, straight up power, because it is a very intense song. Adrenaline is the right word to describe it as well, because after I watch their performance videos and after I listen to the song, I feel like such a rush of adrenaline. Like I just want to run. I listen to the song and I want to get up. I want to scream the lyrics at the top of my lungs. It is intense in the best way possible. So in terms of the choreography, San did participate in the choreography, and watching the members perform this song, there is a lot of strength behind every movement. And I feel like when I watch them perform it, I feel like they're flexing the entire time, but it's not like they're flexing to show off their muscles and be like, "Ooh, look at me." They're flexing because the movements require so much strength and precision, and every movement is so sharp. And again, it's strong, right? They're not kind of like moving like water. It's not a graceful choreography. It is intense. It is sharp, and it is, when they perform it, it is so clean. I mean, you see the lines, like, as a viewer, it's such a treat. And I love how they incorporated the dancers for their performance, because the song is so intense that it requires as many dancers as possible, and it just makes the song and the overall performance even grander. Now, mind you, not every song requires a multitude of dancers, right? It really depends on the song and the concept that a group or artist releases. But for Adrenaline specifically, it requires a lot of dancers, and they delivered. I love the movements and the choreography. I love the transitions. And with this choreography, it's not like there's crazy dance moves back to back to back to back to back. It is, again, very precise and a lot of strength and power. But again, that is what the song requires. And I just think it was done superbly. Congratulations to all the members. It's fantastic. I love watching it. Their next song is called NASA. And this song, it's a perfect follow-up to Adrenaline. It's a very different song from Adrenaline sound-wise, but it still carries that intensity and that energy. And it's a perfect song to add to your running/workout playlist. And I love the pre-chorus. Actually, I love the pre-chorus to every single song on this album. I don't know what they put in the pre-choruses, but it's so addicting. But anyway, NASA is also intense, and it is a song about how they are just gonna keep going forward. They are just unstoppable. I feel like Adrenaline and NASA, it perfectly embodies who ATEEZ is. I mean, ATEEZ is a force. They are very strong. And I am so happy that they are also performing NASA on music shows. And the choreography to NASA, precision and strength. I'm looking at this choreography and I'm thinking every single movement has to be so sharp. And I'm pretty sure if they were to perform this song sleeveless, you would see their muscles flexing. And also the incorporation of the dancers is spectacular. And I love the whole space theme too, because it ties back into what Hongjoong said, that they are back as space pirates. Again, I love it. I love unique concepts. Okay, I just give it to me. I love unique concepts, the lore, the storyline. I love it. Space pirates, let's go. Although my personal favorite concept/lore from ATEEZ is the bandits concept, or Hala Hala. So the next song on their album is called On the Road, and this is a little bit softer, is not as intense as obviously Adrenaline and NASA and Ghost, but it is still a very powerful song. And again, that pre-chorus and the build-up, so good. So this song is basically a song by ATEEZ to ATEEZ. It is for the members. It is about their strength and their bond and how they're gonna keep moving forward again. And I feel like, and this song definitely encapsulates the 7 years that they've been together and also looking forward to the future. And I love how they incorporate intense songs, but also songs with a lot of heart and emotion. And speaking of heart and emotion, the last song on their album is called Choose. Now, this is a song specifically for ATEEZ, and they released this for their anniversary back in November. So they did release a video for it, and it is so sweet. The lyrics are beautiful, and I love how they end this album with a song that ties in ATEEZ with ATEEZ and just shows the strength of their bond as well. Not only the bond with the members, but also with the fans. And Hongjoong said in their behind the scenes video, ATEEZ didn't pick ATEEZ, ATEEZ picked ATEEZ. And I thought that is so beautiful and so sweet. And I think it's a wonderful way of bringing ATEEZ and ATEEZ into this new chapter for ATEEZ. And I'm really happy for them. Okay, so now I'm gonna rewind a little bit and talk about their last comeback, because I didn't talk about it much on my channel, except for the fact that Wooyoung's solo song Sagittarius was and is one of my top favorite songs of 2025. It is spectacular, 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. Now, with their last comeback for In Your Fantasy, it is a darker and sexier song. The members did an amazing job with it. However, in that album, each member had a solo song. And after they finished promoting In Your Fantasy, something that I thought was so smart, and I love them for this, is that after they finished promoting, they released a music video. They spaced out the timeline and they released a music video for each of the members' solo song. It felt like they were releasing new music, or there was constantly new content, which, I mean, ATEEZ is very consistent, right? And they're consistent with comebacks, with content, and they're always active. But by spacing out and releasing these music videos, it felt like another comeback in a way. All of their songs are very different. And the music videos that they released are also very different. And so I like that it was each month, it was a different member, or every couple of weeks, it was a different member having their song sort of get a spotlight. The music videos were different stories, different concepts. And I love that it shows each member's individuality and their style in terms of performance, song. It still generates buzz around their music. I mean, they released a new music video. Everyone's talking about it. It brings us back to that song that was released, you know, so it still keeps that album current. And I love that so much. So when they released Choose and now leading up to this comeback, it feels like ATEEZ has just been gifting us with all this music. I'm very proud of ATEEZ. This comeback is spectacular. If you don't feel like screaming out the lyrics to Adrenaline when you're listening to the song, I don't know what I can tell you. So now I'm throwing the question to you all. What did you guys think about ATEEZ's comeback for Adrenaline and their album Golden Hour Part 4? And which is your favorite B-side track? Currently, mine is NASA. Listen, I love energetic music. I really do. But I know for a fact it's going to change between On the Road, Choose, and Ghost, depending on my mood. But yeah, currently NASA is my favorite B-side track. But Adrenaline is so good. It's powerful. Yeah. So if you're new around here, hello and welcome. I'm Ellie Marie. For more ATEEZ videos, you guys could check out the playlist on my channel. And with that being said, I hope you all have a lovely, wonderful day. You guys can feel free to subscribe. And I will talk to you all next time. Bye.